Hello, YouTube world. Hi. You can call me Sadie's, CC. I didn't want this to be my introduction to YouTube, but just happened that I had a moment today that kind of is almost like, I guess you can say, is like the last straw. So pretty much, like, what I really wanted to be like one of my first videos, which was actually years ago, was like something silly and lighthearted. Like, I've always wanted to make videos that could probably help people laugh, but I just never was really too sure. I wanted to make like a silly video of me singing Michael Jackson's Dirty Diana. He happens to be one of my favorite singers, and it was just supposed to be silly, but I just was kind of a little shy about it. I've wanted to talk about many different topics, but this just happened to be on my mind. Unfortunately, because I unwillingly experienced pretty much just being yelled at for no real reason, other than a man just not liking my face and not really actually engaging in any kind of real conversation with me. So what happened is I just got off of work, and in general, as people, we all may have experiences that may, just make us feel pretty down, or you may be thinking about things that we want in our lives that are just not coming into fruition. And, for me in particular, I go through different thoughts throughout the day. I can be happy and something just may come across my mind and it may make me feel another way. Whether past memories are, unfortunately, lately the news, which is pretty heavy lately. Some pretty dark, horrible, and unfortunate things. You know, just you may have different feelings throughout the day. So I can say that this person may happen to be mentally challenged. Well, not challenged. Excuse me, mentally ill. Sorry, or just be crazy, insane. But so with this person, I was crossing the street, and they were coming. We were going opposite directions. He was coming towards me, and I was walking where I'm pointing. And if I'm going to be honest, he did he did do something a little weird as he was approaching my direction. I didn't necessarily see him, but I saw from the corner of my eye. It looked like he threw down a bottle, and I was just like, okay, what? I was like, oh, please don't look at me. Please don't look at me. Because I just knew if he looked at me, it was probably going to be some random, weird interaction like what I had. So pretty much the man, I'm assuming, did like just threw a random bottle across the street. And then so like he sees me and he says, oh, come on, baby, smile, whatever. He's like, he's like, I like your colors, like referring to what I was wearing. I was like, okay, that's nice. And then he was like, pretty much like, he pretty much was just continued walking the direction that he was originally walking. And then I know he was fussing towards me. Pretty much like he just started yelling in the background. And I was just like, okay, like, you know, like I was saying before, you have different things going on throughout the day that may affect your mood. So, and this has happened, like similar things have happened to me in the past, where my face may not always be the most pleasant, but you don't really know what's going on with someone if you don't actually talk to them, and you can't just assume someone's whole being when you haven't even really actually talked. You haven't even said hi to them, and you just assume like the energy that's some of the experiences. Sorry, I had to pause the video because I have cats and it's kind of distracting me. Well, so with every interaction like this, it was almost as if the men have already talked to me and at least gotten to know my personality and just assumed that I'm just like this terrible person. And it's just like they yell instantly without even me saying one word. So this is so maybe this is how my face normally is if I'm not like, talking to anyone, whatever. It's not necessarily how I feel. So I'll pause my face again. I'll try not to smile because it's kind of funny doing this intentionally. So that's how my face normally looks. But it's not like, obviously I can't, it's not an intention or anything. And so, like, say if you're like just relaxing and you're just minding your own business, nobody wants to constantly just think about and be aware of what their face looks like. Like, you just want to go about your day and take care of whatever you're trying to take care of. But for whatever reason, these grown men with these deep behind frightening voices that don't even give you a chance and actually engage in conversation with you just right off the bat want to say, okay, this is what some of them have said. In the past, they've said, fix your face, like with a deep behind bass. So I'll just be walking along, minding my business. I'll know where you hear that when you're minding your own business. How am I supposed to feel? So over time, over the years, it's happened the first time, maybe, I don't know, it's been a long time since the first time. It could have been like around 8 years ago, which when I think about it, is obviously long. But of course, when it first happened, it threw me off because the first time I was just minding my business. I was actually very, very happy and just restful and peaceful. I think I got off of work that day and I just felt so good inside. And then out of nowhere, some man just yells, fix your face. So I'm just like, what? Huh? What did I do? Because I was actually very happy. It may have not looked like it, and I wasn't aware, but I was happy inside. But obviously that threw me off, and then I was just like, inside you kind of have like this like defense type of thing where your body tenses up, and so okay, that was the first time. The time after that, I don't remember exactly how long after it was, but a similar thing happened, and of course the same feelings came up inside because it was like only the second time I experienced that. So of course I was thrown off. Excuse me. Of course I was thrown off. Um, so I had to change the setting because the cats were in the living room with me and distracting me, obviously. Um, but yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, so um, you know, it was something that I wasn't used to, and I don't think anyone should have to get used to that. No woman should have to get used to just being yelled at by just some random man walking down the street. I would say my temperament normally is pretty mellow and calm. Like, I'm not someone that's like aggressive uh, to people, like, and just, I don't know. I'm a pretty quiet person. So, no matter your normal temperament, of course, you don't deserve that type of approach. But for me, like, I think for some people it would be a lot more easier to to deal with, but for me it's happened quite a few times over the years where it's not like it's an everyday occurrence, but at some point it just happened, and I'm just like it made me start kind of getting baggage. And I believe I mentioned how I did think about therapy, but I realized with therapy, well, first off, I would like to be able to have an in person interaction. Um, but it just happens from what I've seen that a lot of therapists happen to have their their services in the daytime, at the times where I'd be working, which wouldn't necessarily be ideal for me. It has started to make me think too much about it, to the point where when I hate to say it because I've always been very, just proud of being black myself, but now it's gotten to the point where I feel I tense up sometimes, particularly, most particularly towards older black men, because I have to specify that it doesn't happen necessarily around people of my age. I'll at first, I didn't mention my age. I'm 33. Um, it happens more so like around people that I would say normally look like they may be in their mid 50s, probably a little older, sometimes like 40s, I guess, whatever. Um, but it's just like just for to just make everything simple. It's just really disheartening for me, like that I just don't feel safe around black men, and I hate saying that. Like, it really hurts because you think, like, if you want to change someone's expression, why would you approach them by yelling them to begin with? It's like as if these people don't really actually care whether or not I'm smiling, because how do you think you change someone's upset expression by yelling them at them? Of course they're gonna be even more upset. Um, and I don't look like it right now. I'm sure I come across very calm, but it's actually been very troubling for me, the fact that I am almost expecting it regularly now, to get that type of interaction, because of the how aggressive. And when I say aggressive, I mean aggressive. Fix your face, like with that heavy bass. Who like just walks around just normally just expecting that? But that has been my reality a few times, especially like late at night. I had one interaction with a man. I happened to have to be walking by myself, and he was with another man. It was dark, of course. Um, it was pretty scary. Just want you to be able to see the background. It looks pretty cool. um, the buildings behind me. But yeah, it's pretty scary. Um, it's pretty uh, it's pretty bad to have to experience that. And I just feel really comfortable because now I'm home and I don't have to worry about anybody else. I'm in a place that I'm very comfortable. But like going through that and expecting men to just yell at me, and it doesn't happen. It's just like such wasted energy that's like draining me. Um, and I just hate it. Like I never wanted to title a video like this, but it's just something that I felt I had to say. And I don't know who else may have experienced this, but it's sad, you know. And I just don't understand it. I don't understand what would make a man think that it's okay to yell at some random woman like that. It's like they just want to terrorize. To me, it just seems like they just want to terrorize. I don't think they really have concern to like change your mood in any way, because how would that change anything for the positive? But yeah, that's my experience with this. Maybe I haven't really described it the best. If I look back, I might say that, but yeah, it's my unfortunate experience within the past few years, and hopefully I will come up with more lighthearted material later. But that's just describing a piece of what I've gone through recently. So again, my name is Mercedes. Uh, See you later.